Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Covalent CQT against USDT on KuCoin via TradingView. So we are on the daily chart. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. If you want to buy crypto, you should do your own and thorough research before doing so. And yeah, do your research. And if you haven't seen the previous CQT update, it's going to be in the top right hand section of your video. Click the card, watch the previous update before watching this one, because I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff that I said. Okay, so what is happening on the daily chart? So obviously we lost this support trend line that I gave you, and what we have created actually is I found another support line. And what you do is you have to find these support lines after you get the bounces, right? So here we had a bounce off of this area, right? And over here, we have another bounce. And what that gave me another support area. When you see these wicks, right, and you come back from the wick and you start moving up, you can see that you've been trading in this area for multiple days right now, and you're getting suppressed by the EMAs, and we're getting the bearish cross. It's not a good thing, but what is happening is essentially we are squeezing over here in between. Oh, I do apologize about that. We're squeezing up in between this green support trend line and the 382, and I think we're going to have a pop-up, right? Because essentially what we're doing is we're creating a ascending triangle. So yeah, we lost the trend line. I told you if we lose this green trend line, then you should look at support at the 382, and you should look to dollar cost average once you start getting below the 55 EMA. And if you've been doing that, great, it's good for you. If we lose this green trend line, that is also a multi-month support trend line. As you can see, I'm going to highlight the areas where we had the touches. So that's one area of support. This is the second, okay? And now here we got the third touch. So this is a very good support line as well. Now, the white trend line is going to be acting as resistance from now on because we've lost it as support. When you lose something as support, it turns resistance. When you break something as resistance, it turns into support. So essentially, what happened here in the middle is we had this nice bounce off this crossroads, and we have actually three support lines coming off from here and supporting us, which was very good. We had a very strong move from there. And right now, as you can see, we lost the white trend line. We're holding the green one. I'm not saying that we're going to hold it, and I'm not, saying that, that's what's going to happen, but we may hold it, right? And if we do, we're essentially in this ascending pattern over here, right? And we're going to get a breakout. So let's say we do get a breakout. And as you can see, we're testing this line as resistance over here. We had two fake outs, but essentially this 0.382 is a resistance line. You take from the bottom to the top, and you get your breakout target. It's pretty much at the 0.5. So in the next like 3 to 4 days, I would expect a move towards the upside over here. And, I'm not saying we can't break down. If we do break down, I would target the 0.236, okay? Or you can target this swing high, right? Because this swing high, as you can see, actually, let me just try to connect those two swing highs. I think they're on the same level here. Well, yeah, pretty much. You can see, I'm just going to drop that trend line as well. So what you can see over here is this is a very strong demand zone. Now I'm going to change that to green as well so you don't get mixed up. I'm sorry, a lot of trend lines playing out over here, but they are very important. So the white trend line over here is going to be playing out as resistance from now on. And we did have a target with this bull flag, right? We did have our target, and our target is sitting right over there. And we're still in that target because you broke out of the bull flag, right? And now you're just consolidating, okay? So you're still in that target. Only when you start losing these lower fib levels and you start losing this bull flag support line, then you're invalidating the pattern, basically. So we're still good for that $2.80, $2.90 price targets, okay? So I'm just going to keep the bull flag in for now, okay? And you are going to be in the $3.89 target once you start breaking this swing high, right? Once this swing high is broken and you're closing above it on the daily chart, only then you're going to be in a technical target towards the upside. Okay, moving on. Let's jump into the daily RSI. Okay. So as you can see, we held this support trend line that I've been talking about. Okay, so essentially we held it. Yeah, let me just fix that up a bit. There we go. So we held it perfectly. Okay, I did give you a warning that if we do end up coming back into this yellow rectangle that I gave you anywhere below 46 on the index, we would have it would be a nice place to start buying. And once again, we're getting supported by this green trend line over here. We have two crossing trend lines, right? Both of them are support trend lines, and now we're looking to hold essentially this support line. So yeah, that's what can happen. Losing that, potentially we're coming back down to the pink trend line. I think that is possible. If we do that, great entry points. You can see we've held this support line since July. So great points to entry. And obviously what we're doing is, this is a horizontal. You're just waiting for the breakout. This is what's happening on pretty much most of the charts. So look for the breakout on the RSI. It's just horizontals all across the place. So once you start seeing the RSI is broken, you just want to look for backtest of support. Off you go. You just want to sit back, enjoy, and take profits when you think it's worth taking profits. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, we may come back down to the pink trend line. That would still be in this yellow rectangle. If you start losing the pink trend line, well, that's bearish in itself, all right? You don't want to see that happen, and I highly doubt it's going to happen. So yeah, 0.236, hold that as support. Failing that, we're coming back down to the zero, okay? We're coming back down to the swing low of this Fibonacci retracement, and by doing that, we're going to create a double bottom pattern. I don't want to see that happen, I'm going to be honest with you, but if Bitcoin starts correcting, that is not off the cards, right? We can potentially see an 81.5 cents CQT token, and I've mentioned this in the previous video, so make sure you have your fiat ready. Make sure you look out for the RSI, look out for the 0.236 on the Fib. We may hold that as support. We may hold this green trend line because we've bounced off of that trend line twice already. And I'm going to give you the price for that. I didn't give you the price. I do apologize. So $1.05. That's where you want to look for the bounce. And like I said, keep an eye on this ascending triangle that we're sort of creating. You may just break out from there and get to the 0.5. Or you can break out from there, come back into the pattern and break down. That's also a possibility. So anything can happen. But if you're looking for long term, you just want a dollar cost average and look for more support levels and have the buy orders at those support levels. So like I said, $1.05 all the way to $1.02 would be nice areas for bounces and for these wicks to get to those levels and get the price back up and, you know, hopefully start breaking those resistance. But obviously if you lose this green trend line over here, it's going to turn into resistance just like this white trend line did. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I almost covered, I think, everything that I wanted to cover. And like I said, I think the next couple of months are going to be incredible, but you need to start taking profits because let's be honest, a lot of the projects that you're investing right now, in 5 to 7 years, they're going to be off the face of the earth, basically, right? They're going to disappear because of competitors, because of whatever it is, it's going to happen. Not all projects are going to survive unless you're in the top 20, right? Those are most likely to survive in the next 10 to 5 years. But if you're looking to hodl some of the low cap projects for the next 5 to 10 years, you know, it's up to you. Especially if you have money to lose and you can afford to lose that money, it's great. But I see a lot of people kind of shaming people taking profits. And, you know, if you start selling right now, people are going to, you know, come at you and say, wow, you're stupid for taking profits. But please, guys, let's stop with the hate. Everybody needs to take profits when they think they need to take profits. You know, some people have families to feed, some people have financial issues to take care of. So everybody has their own bull market peak, so to speak, right? So you take profits when you feel comfortable taking profits. If you have money in crypto and if you lose that money and that money is going to hurt you, it's going to, you know, make life harder for your family, you know, just take that money in profit and leave right now. Don't invest anything you can lose. I do apologize. Don't invest anything you can't afford to lose, okay? I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but guys, let's be smart about this bull market. There are people who can afford, to wait through the next bear market, and there are people who cannot afford that. So you have to choose, who are you? Can you afford that, or can you not afford that? If you can't afford that, then yeah, screw it. Let your money ride until the peak of the bull market and just take profits, whenever the bull market is peaking and you think that's the peak, right? But if you can't afford that and you still want to make profits, then you should take profits along the way. When you see Bitcoin rising, take profits on your altcoins and just be smart about it, guys. That's all I can say. And don't come at people for taking profits a bit too early, because taking profits is never a bad thing. That's all I have to say, guys. Make sure to check out my Patreon. Make sure to check out the Telegram chat. Make sure to check out the Discord server. A lot of great stuff is going on all 3 of those platforms. Great TA, great low cap gems being shared all the time in the Telegram chat and the Discord, and in the Discord server, great TAs going on in there from a great technical analyst who's keeping us updated with all the projects she's following and we're following on the channel here. And the Patreon has 3 tiers with 3 great tiers with benefits, with different benefits, and you can go in and ask for videos, ask for personal technical analysis and stuff like that. It's great. Check it out, and check out the NFT collection that we're working on this channel to bring you utility and to bring good to the world, right? It's going to help the world in a way, and we're going to be sharing details very soon on that as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.